Hey guys, it's Sherry with Recycled by Scatter. It's been a while. I have been super busy since spring hit, and now we're into summer, and I've done a couple of journals, but I am just now getting around to being able to post them or to make some videos. One of the last journals that I made was a nature journal, and so I'm here today because I wanted to share it with you. This originally was a photo album that I purchased at a thrift store, and I did some reworking of the album. I used the original pages, the cover, and everything. The only thing I did was I kind of disassembled it because I wanted to redo the spine and how I sewed them into the journal. And anyway, it was really cool. I loved the look of the actual cover and knew I wanted to use it as a nature journal as soon as I saw it. I'm going to try to do this really quick. I will, in the listing, because this will go up in my Etsy and Zibbit shops, I will have the size, all the details about the journal, like the size and how many pages and all that in that listing. But for right now, we're just going to go ahead and do a quick flip through. This one is done slightly different. But anyway, here's the front cover. This was originally cut out, and I just took what was in there out to make it a nature theme. And this was also originally cut out, and it actually had Gulf Shores in here, and I pulled that out and then just put nature and a couple of charms in there. This actual rim around here is leaves that have been, I guess, glued to the surface, and I just left it as is. That is the original, that part of the cover is original, as well as this over here. It kind of looks like corn husk, but I'm not exactly sure what it is. Anyway, on the spine, I did the stitching. I saw this done by Ava on Bohemian Crafting. She did a tutorial on how to do this type of stitch to bind these together, and I honestly do not know what that is called, but each of the signatures in here has been wrapped in burlap to make it slightly sturdy. And here's the back cover. It's kind of like a leaf, but I'm not sure what it is. It's like almost like a husk feel to it. Anyway, all right, let's start flipping through it. These are the ties. When I came to the end, I just kind of like tied it in a bow knot for that. Here is a top view of all the little frillies sticking out. I did not do tabs or anything on here, and you'll see why. Because all the pages in here fold out and make like a 4-page spread, and I'll get to that in a minute. All right. Let's flip this open, try to stay in view here. On the front cover, I have, let me find a little card or something that I can use. Make sure I'm in frame. I just did some cutouts, some flowers. It's a nature journal, so there will be a lot of flowers and other things that you see in nature. I did, like on here, you can see the binding that I did, the burlap binding. And where I stitched in the pages. This is a pocket over on this side. So y'all can see that. I do not have anything in there right now. I left it free for things to be put in there. Over here, I kind of did this one in a different way, a style that I've not done before, but it's very, has a very distressed feel to the journal. Here's just a little tag that I made from a cutout, and I left as many of the back sides of the tags blank as I could for extra journaling space, and I just made a little pocket here with another cutout and just did some stitching. A place to write some notes. And then when you turn to this page, each kind of spread that I did, like this would be considered a 2-page spread. I tried to do it in a themed sort of way to kind of keep it, I guess, cohesive. This page here, this page layout, of course, has the butterflies and the flowers on it. I left little spaces here to write notes. There is a little pocket on this side that, and then you can also write notes over here. There's an envelope in the journal, and these are the actual sides that I cut off of it, and I decided to make little tags out of them for journaling. I made these little envelopes out of tracing paper, I guess to kind of be like specimen envelopes, you know, maybe things you find out in nature that you pick up, you know, whether it be like a leaf or a seed or something that you can stick in these little envelopes. And I left them, you know, blank. Okay, when I say a 4-page layout, this is what I mean. From here, from the 2-page layout, it opens up into 4-page layout. And I'll have to move the book around so you can kind of see how it's done. But on this particular layout here, it is of birds. So this wants to fall. I need something to prop it up. Let me see if I can find something real quick to prop this up so it doesn't fall over. Oh, I don't have anything big enough, I don't think. Well, shoot. I'll just have to kind of hold it. Anyway, let me move this over so you can see this first 2-page layout. We have of birds, just some little, a lot of note cards are in this book. And I tried to do them where they would be actually information that you might use while you're out on a nature walk. And I really hope that someone who, you know, who does purchase this would like to use it, you know, to take out in nature with them and be inspired by what's in here for information and that kind of thing. Over here I have just a small little belly band here, but I left room for notes. 2 little note cards, and they're both where you can write on the backs of them. On this side, 2 more note cards, and these are all bird related, and a place to write here with the pocket. I don't know if you can see these very well, just some little tags. Basically these are different types of nesting for birds. This one tells about bird feathers and what you know, what the different parts of the bird feathers are. Oops, I guess I could put it in camera. And then that's like images of the nest. Okay, and then this closes back up. Let me move this over and show you the other side that opens up. More about birds. This is kind of like about just different types of birds. And then more places to journal. And this tag doesn't come off, it's just a decoration. And this one here is another little tag with just different types of birds. And journaling space. More information about birds. And I used some feathers and different things to decorate these pages. and then this closes back up. And that's how the layout is pretty much going to be. You're going to have a, as you flip through, you'll have like a 2-page layout that has a theme, and then you'll have some 4-page layouts that have a theme. On this 2-page layout, we have a mushroom theme, as you can tell, and I did some decorating with mushrooms, and here's just a little note card with different types of mushrooms, and then like a mushroom image. Of course, journaling on the back. I made this a little fold-out envelope on both sides, and the little mushroom to hold it closed. But on the inside, you know, you have some other little images of mushrooms and space to journal. This just goes back like this, and then this tucks into here. And that's made out of tracing paper. Same on this side. More mushrooms and some journaling space. Journaling. This envelope opens, and there's more little journal cards in here. 2 little journal cards with space on the back. Tried to leave all the cards available for writing. Okay, and then once you turn this one, this goes into another 2-page layout that will be a 4-page layout. Okay, on this page here, this is about seeds. And it gives a little bit of information like on how seeds travel from place to place. And in this little pocket here, there's a place to write here. I made these little jars, and it basically is an image of how roots grow. On here, there's roots grow, stem appears, and then on this one it shows how it develops into a young plant. But I just thought these were a little fun thing to do. And then you can journal on the back. Another little note card about seeds. A lot of the cards I backed, but some I did not back because I didn't want the journal to get too thick. But this is more pictures of seeds here. And on this side, this is more about bean pods, and this is about more seeds. Seeds, it tells a little information about seeds, and then also fruits. And then you can journal on the back of this. More journaling space over here. And like I said before, this is about the continuation of these little jars over here with the young plant in it. Alright, and then this opens up into a 4-page layout. And the next layout is about bugs. Okay, so let's move this over. Make sure I get this in view. Oops. On this page here, you know, I just decorated this with bugs. This layout with bugs. Place to journal here. Some more little journaling cards about ants. This is like an ant mound, and it gives a little information about an ant mound. Just for general information. Journaling on the back. Another envelope that can be used for specimens that you may find. And that's just like a little side tuck. This one here is, I just got this paper clipped so it would hold them down. And we have a little flip here. And then these two kind of pull out, and you have the whole page for journaling. You can also journal on the back of these little flips. Just 2 little journaling cards. One is like the story of a housefly, and this is just some information about insects. And I just have them paper clipped here. Okay, this folds closed. Let's look at the other side of this layout, which will be like this. which is of course the continuation of the bugs, insects. This is just a little tuck pocket here, and then a little sheet about little like beetles. This one is about silverfish and the different sizes of the silverfish. Journaling on the back. Okay, and on this page here, it's another little flip that's just held in by paper clips. This one you can flip up. And on these note cards, you have some journaling space here. This is a dragonfly down here. I don't know if you can tell from the photo. Get some glare on it. Just some more images about insects. This is like the body parts of a hornet. This is kind of some information about what a wasp nest looks like. And some more pictures of insects. And of course all these cards you can journal on the back. Okay, that's the end of that layout. Let's turn the page. We got another 2-page spread here. This spread is about frogs. So I just kind of made like a little flip belly band. I just have a little frog picture there, and then you can flip this up so that you have the whole page to journal on. And then this little card here is more information about toads. And then you can just stick it in this little double band that I have here. I did the same thing on this side, made a little double band. It's another image of a frog. Here's some more images about tadpoles and their process, their stages of growth. And this also flips up so that you can journal on the whole page. Opens up next. This starts the, I want to say the flower section. Yeah. On this page, 2-page layout, I did, this is the envelope that I was telling you about that I cut the sides off of so that I could use them, and I wanted to use them, so I made tags out of the pieces that I cut off. But basically I just made some extra journaling space by making these these fold open, and then just a little notepad that you can use to write on in here, and it's sewn in. But it's like, I think 4 or 5 pages, plus, you know, you can write on the backs of the pages. And both of these are the same. And then this is just like a little piece of needlepoint thread that you use to wrap around and close this. And it's the same on this side. These also are made to flip open. So they have just like the backs of the envelopes I decorated, but there's still space for journaling on the backs of those envelopes. Here's 2 more of the pieces that I cut off of the envelopes. And I just did 2 little cuts down here so that I could tuck them down into the page. But these can be removed so that you have journaling space here, and also journaling on the backs of these. And then they just tuck back it down into the page. And then that closes, and then this one opens up into a 4-page layout. Okay, on this side, we have a little, small little tuck over onto the side, and then another envelope, specimen envelope, this is a 4-page layout of flowers, and this is just a little note card that tells about the different types of flowers and vines, and just journaling space here. And then this is just another image that shows parts of a flower. And then I just have this tucked into here. I'll just tuck it like this. This is just a tab that I was on an envelope or on a recipe card or something. I can't remember what it was, but I cut it off to use to make this little pocket here. On this page, pretty much the same, just a little pocket and cutout, journaling, 2 more flower note cards you can use for information and journaling. I'll close this back up. We move to this side. I already showed you this, so in the 4-page layout, it opens up. Another pocket. This pocket, by the way, is covered with the napkin, as well as this side was covered with the napkin. It's the same napkin, just different pieces of it. 2 more journaling cards that are about flowers, different flower types. More journaling space. On this page, it's another, like I did over here on the other side, except it's at the top. And then this is just a little journaling card. This is also tells about parts of the flower, and journaling space on the back. And this just tells more about different flower types. Okay. Another 2-page layout. This one is about bees. On this page, I used an envelope. This was also an envelope. I just did it differently. I kind of opened it up and then folded it different. I made it a tuck by putting this band across. Folded up the inside of the envelope and put the band across to make it like a little tuck. This is still light enough. I feel like that you can journal on there for a little extra journaling space. This is about bee larvae. Just gives you a little bit of information. And then this actually opens up, and journaling space right here. And then I folded the flap of the envelope over so that to make a cute little tuck here. And this is just about beehives and what things looks like inside a beehive. Okay, and on the other side of the page, it's the same layout. The envelope is the same layout. I just have different information tucked in. It's another one of my specimen envelopes. This is about more about bees, and I guess bee pollination and how that all works. And then this one opens up this way, and another more information about like how bees swarm. On this side is just a little note card that I made, and I paper clipped in because I wanted to be sure and leave this open for journaling. More journaling space on the back of this card. It shows, this card is interesting because it shows the different types of bees, because they don't all look the same. You know, this is your worker bee, your drone bee, and your queen bee, and they all look different, which is kind of cool. Okay, this one opens up, and we're getting into this is a 2-page layout that'll open up into a 4-page layout. On this page, this 2-page layout, it's about trees. I made this little pocket side flip here, did some stamping and some sewing, and a little note card about the parts of a tree. Added some lace for decoration. This is just a stamp on a tea bag that I did. And I made a little side pocket here with some lace. Place to journal. And these little note cards are different about trees, and I did some stitching on these cards. This is also about different trees, and all able to write on the back. of those. On this other side here is more about trees. I did the same. Have a little tag about pines. The little pocket here that is also a flip. Another pocket here, journaling, and some more about the different types of trees. Journaling space on the back. Okay, and like I said, this one opens up into a 4-page layout, and this layout is of butterflies. Move this over. On this page here, I just made, like, this was a dolly, and I just did some little decorations with the butterflies. And as you can see, the background paper is has butterflies on it for journaling. These butterflies here have actually been decoupaged on. And anyway, let me show you these real quick. Some more butterfly information. This has to do with the head of a butterfly and kind of what it looks like. Just an image of a butterflies. This is about the life story of a butterfly, you know, how it turns from egg to caterpillar and the different stages. On this page, this little tuck up here, more butterfly images. And this is a hummingbird hawk moth. I get these in my backyard, and they are so cool to watch flutter around. They are fast. They're really fast, and I tried to get one on video one time, and they are just so fast it was really hard to do. But they're beautiful moths. And those just tuck up into there. Move this one over, and this is the other side of the 4-page layout for the butterflies. Here we have another pocket with lots of butterfly images, journaling space. These are also decoupaged butterflies. These are napkins that I decoupaged on there. There's a note card with butterflies, another note card with butterflies, and of course you can journal on the backs of all of these. Another little specimen envelope. These all just tuck down into here. On this page here, we have a tuck at the corner, more journaling space. This is about the cocoons of a butterfly. Another butterfly images. Space to journal on the back. Okay. Flip to another 2-page layout. This one is about leaves. Tried to decorate them all different. It was kind of hard, but we got her done. This is like a little envelope pocket. It was a longer envelope, and I folded it over to make it kind of like a double pocket. So we've got a pocket here. I actually covered this envelope in a napkin. It was a leaf napkin, and I covered it with the napkin. And a little specimen envelope. And then just like another little journaling card here. And then this envelope, I decorated this with leaves as well. Flips down for journaling space here. It's just a little note card that I found. I think this was in a magazine, and I cut it out and wanted to use it. Same on this side, decorated slightly different napkin. This is a bag, like I said, a paper bag, and that I folded over, decoupaged a napkin on there, another specimen envelope, another little tag for journaling. On here, it flips down. This journal card can be removed, and it's writing space here. This journal card is, I picked up a bunch of paint chips in the hardware store, and this one was appropriate for this page because it's about leaves, and so I decided I wanted to use it as a note card, and I just backed it on the back so you could journal on it. Okay, this next section is about, put something behind here because it's getting kind of crooked. This next section is about animals. And I believe I did this, oops, excuse me, I bumped the camera. This section is, 2-page layout is animals, but it also, because I had so much about animals, I made the next section, the next 4-page section, about animals as well. So, we'll go over all that in a second. But on this page, this 2-page layout, just some pictures of a bear, you know, bears and cubs and journaling space. 2 little tags that I made. This has some wildcats on it, bobcats. Journaling on the back. That's just a little stencil. I think I got that stencil at the dollar store. It's really cute. On this side we have a pocket, and this one has got a badger. Another one of those dollar store stencils that I thought was so cute. Journaling on the back. More journaling space over behind the images here. This is about a beaver. And I hope y'all have noticed how I lined each of the folds for the pages. I've lined them all with different color of the burlap. I used like a teal, that teal blue, dark teal blue, and I believe it's like a mustard yellow on all the spines to give them some color. Okay, and then this is going to open up into the 4-page layout. Let's do this side first. Okay, we have another one of those belly bands that are a flip. It's like a double belly band, so that I use this for a tuck. We have pictures of an otter and a raccoon, and then these just tuck into here, and that is a full journal page. I tried to make as many full journal pages as I could. On this side we have a little flip that flips this way. It's kind of like a double pocket. Not really a double pocket, but double layered too, so I could use it as a pocket. This is a porcupine, and this is like some information of squirrels, beavers, chipmunks, and some rabbits. This one closes. Let's go back over here. This back here. And then this one opens up into a 4-page layout. We have, see, a few more images here. This is kind of like a little double pocket. Pocket in front, pocket in the back. Lots of journaling space. This is a picture of a fox. And this is one of a squirrel. On this side, it's just like one tuck. And lots of journaling space over here. This is, looks like probably field mice. It's a double tuck. I thought it was a single tuck, but it is a double tuck of a skunk in that. Okay, going to a 2-page layout, which is the back, last page. And I just did it in flowers and butterflies and some bees. I did not make the back page a pocket. It's just, I just did a little bit of collage there. But this does, is one last pocket here with a journaling space here and a specimen envelope. Alright guys, I hope I could kind of get a good description of what this guy looks like. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I just think how this is actually bound is really cool. You know, like I said, it's all been edged with folded over burlap, each of the pages, and you know, how that I was actually able to work it to where when I purchased this, these pages, this part that folds out like this, was actually glued down. And then I separated them so that I would have it to be able to use as a folded open and to use the whole thing, which I think was a really cool idea. Everything's well supported in it, and you know, I think it's going to hold up great. And I love how it turned out. It's kind of unique for me. I haven't seen one similar to this, but I really enjoyed making it. I actually have another photo album that I found. I love the cover of, and I intend to make it a nature journal as well, but that's a little bit further down the road. Anyway, guys, I know this has probably taken me forever because there was a lot to kind of explain, but I do have 2 more journals coming up. They're kind of like a dream catcher journal with a bohemian vibe. One of them I finished. It's a gift, and I'll post that video as soon as I can get it up. Plus, I want to get the other journal, the other bohemian Dreamcatcher journal finished as well. Anyway, thanks for stopping by and having a look. Like I said, it'll be in my Etsy and Zibbit stores, and it'll have all the other detailed information of the size and pages and about how many tags you're looking at and stuff like that. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Bye.